Despite the obvious problems of the education system, a number of individuals and corporate partners, including communications technology provider Caricel, are demonstrating that vision and commitment can go a long way to creating new models for development.
Union Gardens Infant School have been around from September 2015, and we're one of those schools we're embarking on ICT use in schools to enhance early childhood education.
Not your typical inner-city early childhood institution. Here, harsh concrete is supplanted by both synthetic turf and real trees and shrubs.
Our benefactor is Mr. Glenn Christian. I heard a funny story before coming here, that the children used to play in the street and he didn't like that. And so he decided that he must do something, and came up with the vision of building an environment that they can take pride in. As you look around, this is no ordinary infant school. We have some facilities here that you don't see in other infant schools around.
But like many schools of its type, schools faced by a serious challenge, connectivity being one of the main ones. Principal Gracie-Ann Moss-Solomon is new to the post, but very familiar with the kinds of challenges presented.
When I just came in, we had no internet service. Prior to me coming here, I understand that the service that they had before was terminated for over a year. We had no internet, no telephone service. The principal at the time, she would respond to emails at home, and sometimes that would cause a little bit of trouble because people send things and they need instant answer. The ministry sends us information via email. That's how they communicate with you on a regular basis, and so she wouldn't actually see these emails until she gets home, and she lives far.
Marleene Thompson, who has been with the school since inception, remembers having to make do with the old chalk talk presentation and materials.
Here, before we had internet, the lesson wasn't as interactive as you would have expected it to be. It was just a lesson. But since we got internet, it is more interactive. The children have something they can look at. When you bring your laptop and set up the thing, they can actually see what is happening. Because we have children with different learning styles. So some learn by auditory, some learn by visual. So when some see it, they really understand what is going on.
Caricel has, in fact, been a principal provider of ICT services and internet connectivity to several schools in the wider area.
My name is Tian, Bennett, and I'm the teacher librarian at Seaward Primary and Junior High School. The Caricel is strategically located at different points, so it doesn't matter which class I'm in. I can say, all right, those of you who have your tablets, take out your tablets. Those of you who have your phone, and we're going to be looking at X topic, and then we can just navigate the internet from anywhere in the school, and that is just a good thing and a good experience.
I, for one, use the service because I teach children on Saturdays and Sundays, and I would ask them to research things right there on spot, and they'll be able to research and provide information. So what this does, it allows the children to have information on their fingertip, which also helps to enhance teaching and learning.
The thing I notice, when you're using other service, if the rain falls, the service goes. You have problem getting the service. But in using Caricel, whether it rains or not, we have our 3 bars. And it's very good.
I actually work at Seaward Primary and Junior High. I'm the cook here. I have direct access to the internet. We use it for meal planning. We surf the internet. We look at YouTube videos, cooking.
The introduction of reliable data service has proven another reason for parents to love the institution, just as Sharika Hunter-Ellis, mother to 4-year-old Nathan, does.
The internet would be useful in terms of helping them with their coursework as well as their homework. Parents can benefit from it as well in getting tips on how to be a good parent. And based on, for me, it will give me tips on how to educate my child more and help him with his homework as well. So it will be very useful.
And the school's reach goes beyond the classrooms and into the surrounding communities, with older children and adults coming in to make use of the facility.
Recently, the internet within the entire area was down. So we had a few parents coming over here to ask us, well, what are you guys doing? How come you have internet the same way? And we explained to them that we had a different service. We had Caricel using. And so a few of them brought their kids who are in other schools, high school, primary school, and they came by and the students were allowed to use the internet in the evenings to do homework. A few of them were here just to play around, to use the internet. But, the fact is that it was serving the community.
We have students from other schools in the community. You would see them here after school in the evenings. They are making use of our internet service. Persons from the community would come here on weekends as well, and they make use of the internet. The children, they are able to go on it outside of class time as well, which is good, but we try to monitor what they would access. Caricel came at a time when we really needed internet service for teaching and learning in the classroom. So we embraced it. When it came, the teachers embraced it because now they are able to use the internet in the classroom. They don't necessarily have to download things prior to learning.
Since we have gotten the internet, I must say that there is a great enthusiasm about learning, having access to different resources via the internet. You just see a difference in the students as to how they approach, finding out new information.
Before we had the internet service, we had problems using our laptops, getting e-stories to our children. And there are other things in the curriculum that we needed to use the internet with, and we could not because we didn't have any service. And it was free. So, it was very much appreciated. So thanks to Caricel, they have made it so much easier for us.
We could not meet our demand, and we lost the light owing $72,000. And whether you want to believe it, yes or no, a man struggling and still yet he saw it fit to write a check for $40,000 to the Trinitarian Basic School so that we are able now to have light.
This is the best internet service that we have received in this community. We have no problems with this service. The teachers use it every single day. In fact, there are several persons who have spoken to read this Caricel service, and indeed, this service is excellent.
Caricel, a technology provider of excellence to the benefit of the community and future generations.